We are back for part 2 for this 12-month song, and if you couldn't tell, we've kind of rearranged the room a little bit. I don't have it on camera, obviously, but the whole desk and everything has been completely redone. There's a lot more workable space, and pretty soon I'll be switching from the GoPro back to my Sony, so camera quality should be a little bit more crisp, so I'm looking very forward to that. Without any further nonsense, let's just kind of jump into this. So it's been a while since I fired up the guitar, so we are going to have to tune this thing real quick. So just bear with me one moment. Okay, so we just got her tuned up. I've got a rough idea that I've sort of been playing with. We'll kind of workshop it a little bit, but I think it would be kind of nice to come in right after this section here. It may fit in nice, it may be kind of weird. I don't really know. It's kind of like a super old school deathcore riff. Excuse my sloppiness. I think we've got a little bit too much gain. Let's try and turn that down just a little bit. Something like that. I'm gonna be honest, to get those low notes every single time, I am definitely gonna have to punch this one in. So we will just kind of see where this leads us and what we have to do to fix it. Something like that, but we need to really clean that up. So after recording left guitar and then trying to go ahead and do right guitar, I realized that I, A, am completely out of time, and B, some of the spacing on this is way off. So you just heard this one being recorded and it was kind of phasing in and out weirdly. I think just to kind of get this in time, I'm gonna make like a super simple little drum beat just to repeat to kind of like actually keep it in time. Like I said, something super simple just to help me get through it. This is like something I said in an earlier video where sometimes you'll have the metronome going and it'll screw you up unless you have like some kind of scratch drums on there. So just for recording purposes, we are going to go ahead and double this to make recording make way more sense. And I don't know why, but that does not sound in time. Oh, I know why. I know why. I don't know. Should we just do this to make it easier? I feel like the 2 and 4s are really messing me up. We will just go ahead and try and record that to see if it makes any sense at all. I think because it's 220 BPM, that's what's actually messing me up. I almost write nothing above 200 BPM, so that's my fault. This is going to sound stupid, but this might help. I'm just going to have to go and kind of make this work. I know that sounds like cheating. Let's just kind of see how it works on both sides. And if I hate it, we will just do it 100% the right way. And then of course, you already know we have to harmonize that shit. I know. We cheated punching that in, but the only way to do it properly the way I would have wanted to anyways would be to punch that in. Even if we just took like the sections here where I think, let's see, what is it right here? No, I'm sorry. Right here. That open note, even with using my little string dampener, there's no way I would have been able to hit that cleanly. So this is the only way it would have done it. So that's the basic foundation of the riff. So what we can do now, we'll just go ahead and get rid of those drums because we know we're not going to use that. We can try to just punch like a quick little bass thing in real quick. Oh yeah, that's way too quick. We'll just start with the root notes real quick. So for right now, like I said before in the first one, we can always come back and revisit these. Obviously, this whole thing's basically a breakdown, it seems like. But we will go ahead and kind of do those same shapes. I just kind of more so want to focus on getting the parts down so far. First of all, we need to figure out roughly what we're going to do with drums here. I have a basic idea for this. We've used this pattern 100 different times, but you know what? That is okay. Kind of old school vibe to it. So we want to go like crash straight to the hi-hat. And I know I've talked about it before. I really need to label these. I've just been very, very, very lazy with it. Just go ahead and copy all those for convenience sake. Obviously, we need to cut those out. For here, maybe we could do like the traditional, maybe it's not traditional, but kind of blast thing right there. And then we'll do that on the ride. That's the ride I'm looking for. Make sure we get rid of that. I don't know if I want it hitting on every snare. I don't know though, it kind of works. Obviously these would come down. Yeah, I actually like that a lot right now. How in the hell did those get grouped? Oh, I see. And still messing it up somehow. There we go. And then here we can go into like a straight, just mean kick pattern. I kind of feel like those aren't hitting on every third, and I know it's just because the tempo is like super fast. I think it's closer to this. And then there I like the idea of having kind of like a small blast here. Same thing, turn velocity down on these. It'll flow way better. I think I like that for the second go around here, but I think I want to try to copy the main rhythm on the kick, just to give it more of like that breakdown feel, and then goes right back into the What if we had something like that? I guess drummers, let me know if that pattern makes sense. The blast straight into the two tom hits and a kick. Or maybe, does kick belong there? I don't know. Drummers are going to have to let me know. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have for this one. I think with where we are now, I think it's sounding pretty okay right there. I was doubting this part a little bit. I think I still have that guitarist guilt of not fully playing that. But you know what? We just need this to sound as clean as possible. And truth be told, I can't play it ultra clean. So I also didn't want to wait, 2 months later of practicing just this one riff to get it perfect and then miss out on having to sub it out with a different riff just to fill in February's block for this song. That's enough talking. Let's just play from the top. So I'm going to be perfectly honest, I don't really think it fits that well, but listening through it a couple of times, I do have a rough idea on kind of what I want to do with it. So maybe we will just do like a full rearrangement in the next episode and just kind of play off that. It's still based off the same riffs and everything we have here, just maybe rearranged and a couple things like completely changed around. But that's all I've got for this one. I hope it was still enjoyable, and let's see if we can make it even better in March.